Picture this. You wake up in retirement and realize that you don't have to do anything today. You don't have any demands on your time, no schedule, no deadline, nothing. Sounds like paradise, right? Well, here's the reality. For a lot of retirees, this quickly becomes a nightmare. Today, I'm expanding on lesson number 3 from my video, The Top 8 Lessons After 3 Years of Retirement. Why creating and following an enjoyable daily routine might be the most important thing you never thought about. When I first retired and moved down to Ecuador, I spent the first 3 or 4 months just traveling around, which was great, until it wasn't. And that had been my goal for my entire life. Let's get to time freedom, I can spend it however I want. And I quickly realized that without some kind of daily routine, without some kind of structure, I wasn't going to make it 20, 30, 40 years or whatever time I have left in retirement. Started me researching, okay, what is it that I want to do? How do I want to spend my time? And what can I create as an enjoyable daily routine for myself that'll give me a sense of structure and a sense of accomplishment? So after researching some other retirement sites and articles and videos, many of which had the same kind of advice, take up golf, spend more time with the grandkids. I don't have any grandkids, or at least none of which I'm aware. Travel more, generic things like that. Like, none of them resonated with me at all. So I realized I'm going to need to make my own structure and my own enjoyable daily routine. I bookend my day with yoga and meditation. First thing I do in the morning, last thing I do at night. And I'm well over 11 years into doing that. That gives me a sense of structure and a couple touchstones or milestones throughout the day to check in. And every time I get off my mat, I feel better than I did before I got on it. Another thing I do is daily Duolingo study of Spanish. And tomorrow will be day 1150 of that streak. Still going strong. Spanish is something I use down here every day in Ecuador. And by putting in 5-10 minutes at a minimum, up to maybe an hour a day, depending, once or twice a day, kind of flexible with how I do that, that makes a big difference in my fluency and my ability to communicate with the locals down here. Another thing that I do, I'm a drummer, so I brought that and some of those so that I can get on the pad, ideally every other day, 3-4 times a week, knock out some rudiments just to keep my hands in shape. I will confess, there's some weeks I do it twice, or maybe less. So that one, pretty flexible, and I'm moving around a lot down here, so it's not always easy to find a place to practice. But when I prioritize it, same thing. Every time I get off the pad, I feel better than before I got on it. Now here's the thing. This isn't about productivity or becoming robotic or creating a very strict schedule. Oh, at this time I have to do this thing. No, not at all. It's about doing things that you enjoy doing, creating a structure that works for you, doing activities that you enjoy. You get to choose them. And if they're not working for you, change them. Like, oh, I thought I would enjoy doing this thing and I really don't, so yeah, I'm going to stop doing it and start doing something different. Perfectly legit. You get to choose how you spend your time. It's your retirement. But choose to do things that make you feel alive. Now think about it. When you were working, your day had a natural rhythm. You get up, commute to work, whatever your work was, do meetings, and you have morning break, then some more stuff, and then lunch, and afternoon break, and then get to commute home. That was 50 hours that I got back every week in retirement, which was fantastic. But all of a sudden there's this giant black hole of time. Like, okay, this is what I've always wanted. How am I going to fill this with activities that are going to keep me engaged and interested and challenged and make me feel like I'm actually doing something productive with my time? My routine gives me something I really need, a sense of accomplishment. Every day, I can point to concrete things that I did that day. And I usually do that when I'm going over, reviewing the day in the daily journal. You know, today I did this thing and that thing, and I got this knocked out, and I noticed I wasn't able to do this thing in yoga, or my chops were better, or Duolingo, I managed to get to number one, or whatever it happens to be. Just milestones and things that I set along the way to keep me challenged and engaged. Here's my challenge for you. Don't wait until retirement to figure this out. Start now. Today. What are 3 things you could do regularly that would make you feel like you're growing? Give you a sense of accomplishment. Maybe it's an artistic outlet. Maybe it's learning another language. Maybe it's mapping out your family tree. You get to choose what it is, but think about 3 things you'd enjoy doing, maybe not on a daily basis, but a regular basis. And if 3 is too much, pick 1 thing and start with it and grow from there. The routine doesn't have to be rigid. Parts of mine are. Duolingo, I do at different times, but once or twice a day, so there's some flexibility there. Yoga and meditation, I don't bend on that. Daily journal, checking in at the end of the day. I also do a weekly check-in. I think I've missed that once in the last 30 years. One time I missed that. But it doesn't have to be rigid. It's your routine. You get to decide how much time you want to spend doing it. But if there are things you enjoy doing, you may find over time you want to do more of those things. And you're choosing to do less of other things. Because here's the truth. Freedom without structure isn't freedom. It's chaos. But structure built around things you genuinely enjoy, that's not just a routine. That's a recipe for a retirement that you will love living. So back to the challenge. What would your ideal daily routine look like? Drop a comment and let me know. 1 thing, 3 things. I wouldn't go more than 3 to start off. I've built mine over time, and I've trimmed things out of it and added other things into it. It's your routine. Pick whatever you want to do, and if you're not enjoying it, pick something else. It's your retirement. You get to choose how to spend your time, so choose to spend your time doing things that you truly enjoy. Thanks for stopping by. Looking forward to the comments. Peace out. See you out on the road.